Welcome back, guys, to another Tomoscar. We are done with the gym, and we're back. So just for those that don't know, I am Gursh One, and this is
Tomoscar.
Well, the topic that I wanted to talk about today is one that I suffered from when I was a kid. Well, okay, let me just get into it. So, when I was younger, I used to be very reserved or quiet. Oh, you're playing a violin. So, what that meant was that I was the quiet kid, and that's what people would refer the fly on the wall. What's that other word? Wallflower?
Yeah, wallflower.
Yeah, but now there's a new thing called introverts, right?
It's not new.
And that's not new? It's new to me.
Okay.
And what I have found is that a lot of people use the word introvert to, I guess, shield themselves kind of as an excuse as to why it is that they are quiet in social situations. And I have no problem with someone who is quiet in a social situation because I come from there. I know the feeling and all that good stuff. But the one thing about introverts is it weakens you tremendously not to be social in social environments. The world is not built for reserved individuals. The more you socialize, the more connections you're going to have, and the more opportunities are going to be presented to you. So what I'm trying to say is if you tie yourself to one of these introverts or wallflower type of, if you're one of these types of people, then I'm not saying stop being who you are, because that's not what I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to say is you should put in the effort to open yourself out to social environments where, small talk might be nerve-wracking, but after the small talk, you can gain so much from the connections you get from different people that you meet in that social situation. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that should be a disclaimer because there's a fine line of trying and then being awkward or making an ass of yourself. Because I honestly believe, if you're in a social situation, you should try to engage with people, but don't engage with people with your awkwardness. A lot of human interaction is mirroring. So if you start off with, hey, my name is, and then people are going to be like, well, they're awkward to me, I'm going to be awkward back. But, if you start off with, hey, my name is so-and-so, let's talk about this, hey, how are you doing, da-da-da, that's already a friendly tone, and people are going to respond to you with a friendly tone.
Yeah, but if you're if you're an introvert, don't be afraid to, if your first couple interactions are like
awkward,
responding or how you said it, don't be afraid of that, because then that's just going to stop you from doing it at all. Like, you might have the first couple interactions be a little awkward, but after that you're going to gain so much knowledge, because that's how I felt that I was back in even in sophomore year of high school. I was extremely awkward, and the thing that helped me out was going out with friends, well, specifically you, when we would go out to the gym and we would just have that conversation, because before the gym we didn't really hang out as much. Like, we would hang out maybe once a week.
We used to fight each other.
Yeah, something like that. We used to wrestle. Oh, remember when I beat you?
Nope.
But the point is that, put yourself in those awkward situations, because they might be awkward at first.
Yeah.
But, afterwards, you're going to gain so much.
Well, I feel that there are steps. There are steps, because it's like, the first step is to actually try, and it's probably going to be awkward at first. But then when you graduate to the first step, the best part of being a great talker is to be a great listener. You have to listen to what the people are saying, because if you're just talking, out of your ass and just, talking to talk, people are not going to take you seriously, and people are not going to want to continue talking to you, because they're like, wow, this person is listening to nothing that I'm saying, and we're getting nowhere. That person is just talking to me, but we're not having a conversation.
And that's one thing that I really took home when we first started talking, because you communicated that with me, and when I went with, in other social situations, I listened more than talked. And that's a good way to overcome that awkwardness of being like the guy who just talks to talk. First control your listening, and
music. Usually, if they have hearing, they like music. People love movies. People love talking about vacations, either the ones they went on or the ones that they want to go to. You know, there are so many topics in life to talk about.
Just web from like the initial thing, which is one thing that I learned from talking to you. Like he may take one little bit of information, like this morning, my not spelling or misspelling my name, and you could just branch off into a bunch of different things.
Of course, but there are those conversations that you need to say, those topics that you should be just caution. You should caution with religion talk, politics.
Oh, which is another thing that introverts usually, because that's what I used to do, because that's what entertained me. Like, if I was going to get into a conversation with somebody, what kept me captivated was talking about the big picture things, religion, why are we alive, why does math work the way it does, those types of things that most people don't really want to think about.
And I would say talk about those things like two
once
good
you
friends.
Build up that relationship, but
good friends.
In order to get there, you have to build you have to break the ice with the small talk and the stuff that most introverts are nervous about.
Religion and politics are not small talk.
No,
at all. I mean, and I would say do caution with those religion and politics conversations to coworkers, to people you're just being introduced to, and just people you're not that close with. Save those types of deep conversations for close friends or family members, because they'll have less of a bite because they know who you are and they won't judge you off of those notions more likely. But if somebody's just introducing you to them and you're talking about how much you don't like Obama, they're like, whoa, this part, so it can just, judge you harshly, of your character.
Yeah. So the message to get across that I wanted to say is, if you are one of these wallflowers, one of these fly on the walls, push yourself to be social when the situation presents itself. Take advantage of that, because the more friends you build in high school, at your job, the more opportunities you're going to have to advance whatever it is that you want to do in the future. And I think that's a big weakness that right now is being considered okay for introverts and just wallflowers, that it's okay to be quiet in social situations. Push yourself. If you push yourself, you're going to find, you're going to live a better life, basically.
Yeah. And my top 3 things is just, first, go out there, take a risk, talking with people, try to talking to strangers, try talking to as many people as you can just to build up experience. Second, just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, and and third, it's all about mirroring. Talk to people how you would talk to yourself, how you would want to be introduced to you, because a lot of human interaction is just mirroring. So start off friendly and you'll get that.
The best, or what I remember, the Office bit where Andy, he's like just coming into the office. If you guys used to watch The Office, like Andy just started working with Michael, and Michael appears because he's the boss, right? Mm-hmm. So he presents Andy with a gift. He's like, we got you guys some nifty gifts. And then, what's his name?
Craig?
No, Craig. There's no Craig in the Office.
Who? Dwight?
No, not Dwight.
Mueller.
No. The one that would sing and shit.
Andy.
And then so Andy gets the present and he goes, oh, these nifty gifties. So he repeated what Michael said, just rearranged it in an order, and then Michael instinctively really liked them, and he didn't know why, but it was just because of that mirror aspect of it. Now he took it to an extreme. He was like a weird mirror dude.
Yeah.
But
it's all and that's another thing, just rewording something that's already been said to you by someone reassures them that you're listening. Yeah, and that brings you automatically on their side. So it's like, oh, I would really like to go to the store today. Hey, you know what I was thinking? It would be a good idea to go to the store too. You just basically said the same thing to them, but they're like, "Wow,
this guy gets me.
Yeah, we get each
let's
other.
be best
You know what? I
friends."
really want some Lucky Charms. You know what? I would just saw a commercial, and I just want Lucky Charms too. Oh my God! Yeah, and then it explodes.
It's as simple as that, guys.
Yeah. All right.
So thank you guys so much for watching. That was our little snippet of Tomoscar. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is going to come out very soon. This was, and don't forget to share this with your friends. Maybe you have friends that are wallflowers, introverts, whatever you want to call it. This was Gursh One,
Tomahawk.
signing out.